My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. You want to know what this is? I just took off my this thing. Anyway, so a friend of mine asked me that I should probably make a video about microchips for opening doors and being implanted into coworkers and shit. Now, by all laws of humanity, um, no company at this time can honestly make you get an implant. You know, not really. No company has that right. This is not slavery time. This is America. You have the right to choose, you know. Now, a lot of this is more or less security measures. And I think a lot of this comes from the fact that a lot of people want to see if someone would actually volunteer or be crazy enough to volunteer to do it. But legally, no one can mandatory make you put a chip inside of your body. Now, there's some good things and some bad things about that. I'm gonna go over only the bad things, because the good things is okay, you can unlock every door and wherever you're working at. The bad thing is that if you have one of these chips and somebody knows that you're the guy with the main chip, they could cut off your hand. It doesn't get any worse than that. I mean, you know, if it's in your thumb, they might spare your hand and just take your thumb. Or if it's in your eye, they might like snatch your eyeball out. You know, there's a lot of bad things that can come with having these things engaged in our bodies. Now, I'm not against implants in video games in the future, because in the future, you know, it's the future. It's like the normal shit. But in the modern day time, you know, unless this implant is going to give me like X-ray vision or like laser eyes, so I can like zap people that are doing bad things, like you know, make me a superhero, I'm really not thinking about getting any kind of implant whatsoever. Being that I am the recipient of a hip replacement, which is technically an implant, you know, I didn't want the hip replacement, but it was needed. Now, there's a difference between wanting and needing and people just being all out, well, we're going to try this just because we can. Well, here's the thing. You want an implant in your employees so that they can open up doors. You're not looking at the pros and cons of their safety. People can be poisoned by strange organisms in the body. I've learned this because having a hip replacement, they explained to me that I could be metal poisoned, I could have all this other stuff that's going to go wrong before they even put the implant in if I hadn't had this tooth surgery that I had to have, because decay, bacteria, and all this other stuff, they can fucking kill you. Well, there's no guarantee that getting an implant can't lead to an infection. It can lead to you either losing your hand or your life over some shit because some yahoo decided, hey, let's go like the Jetsons and let's put an implant in our thumb so that we can do this and open a fucking door. Well, you can simply just use your fucking entire hand and turn the fucking knob. Or get a DNA scanner. Just let it scan down your DNA. That way no one can take anything out of you, because they can't take your DNA. They can take it to find out if you're a criminal or whatever, but they can't take enough DNA out of you to, you know, open up a damn door. You know, thumbprint, you know, something. But either way, if they get your thumbprint to be your identification, someone who really wants to get in somewhere will take your thumb off if necessary. So why put yourself through that shit? You guys don't like this? You guys think this is a capital idea? Let me know. I don't really have a whole lot more to talk about on that because I'm just not down with it. I mean, being that I have a hip replacement and in need of a second hip replacement, there are things that I'm not really ready to give up yet. You know, I don't want any synthetic parts in me, but I have a synthetic ass, bone, hip thing, all that, and I needed it, or I was going to be crippled for the rest of my life, and I need a second one. So that was a necessary evil. But this here is just fucking ridiculous. If you think for a New York minute that they can legally put this in you, they can't. There's no legal malice for them to say that you're going to have this. And if they try to say that you need this to keep your job, you can own the shit out of them because you can sue them. You can't force anybody to put an implant in their ass, saying it's not legal. Now, we do have rights for a reason. Anyway, I'm James Williams Jr. Let me know how you feel about that. Be seeing ya.